Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Kiera. This video is going to be a pick a card reading for this full moon in Gemini that's happening on December the 7th of 2022. If this is your first time on my channel, like I said, I am Kiera. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, have the post notifications turned on so that you don't miss my upload videos. I upload every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. and of course you don't want to miss this amazing content. So like I said before, this full moon is going to be occurring on December the 7th in the sign of Gemini. Full moons and new moons energy can be felt a few days before and a few days after the actual full moon, so you may start experiencing some of these energies a couple days before and a couple days after the actual full moon in Gemini. Also, depending on where you have Gemini in your birth chart can also determine where you will be feeling these energies. I will leave a calculator down below where you can go and calculate your birth chart. You will need to know the time and date of your birth and the location to get your exact rising time. It is best that you look at your rising sign to determine which house Gemini is in for you. I am going to put on the screen 3 symbols that you can choose from. Once the symbols are on the screen, you can choose whichever symbols resonate most with you. Timestamps for each symbol will be clipped in the description box and also pinned in the comments so that you can go straight to your group selection. Feel free to choose more than one group if you're feeling called to more than one group. I'm going to go ahead and put on some meditation music with the symbols on the screen so that you can kind of get centered, get grounded, figure out which group is best for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put the symbols on the screen for you now, and I will see you at your group selection. Hey group number one, viewers who chose group number one or this symbol that is on the screen, I hope you're doing well coming up to this full moon in Gemini. I hope you had an amazing month in November. I really do. I feel like November for me, not to talk about myself, but I feel like it was a little chaotic for me. Let me know down in the comments if you feel like November was a little chaotic for you. So what is some messages for group number one that they can use for this full moon in Gemini? What is some messages, some energies that they're going to be experiencing this full moon in Gemini? Some advice for them this full moon in Gemini. Just anything that group one viewers needs to see or hear for this full moon in Gemini that's going to be happening on December the 7th of 2022. What is some messages for group number? I said we're group one. I was about to say group two. I'm confusing y'all. Maybe y'all gonna be seeing 222 or something, because I don't know why 2 just popped in my head. Let's see what's gonna be coming to you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm actually having an amazing day, and it's so crazy. I did not plan on doing a reading today, and I was like, no, I feel like I need to do it because I have the energy to do it today. And so here we are. And I hope you really enjoy this reading. Let's go ahead and get some cards out for you. Okay, so we had 2 cards fall out. So the first card we have is Waning Moon. What do you need to release? Oh, my nails are so ugly. I hate that for me. We have Waning Moon. What do you need to release? I'm trying to get them to focus. I'm just going to put them up. I don't know the focusing and stuff. I can't get into it right now. But we have the waning moon. What do you need to release? And we also have emotions are running high, super moon. So I feel like just coming off the back for you guys for group number one, I feel like, let me keep those cards out. This is the bottom of the deck energy for you. Luck is on your side. That's literally my favorite card. New moon in Sagittarius. That's my favorite card. And that's the bottom of the deck energy for y'all. But with these 2 cards, emotions running high and what do you need to release, is a key signal that you guys' emotions are all over the place, and that is something that you're going to be releasing this new moon. Maybe you have been experiencing a lot of, things that trigger you emotionally, dealing with people that trigger your emotions, and that is something that you're going to be releasing this new moon. You're going to be tapping into how to control your emotions. I feel like maybe you guys are going to be doing things that make you feel less intense, things that make you feel like more calm. Maybe you've been doing things or participating in things that make you feel more overwhelmed. And I think I feel like at first for the new moon, like the first couple days, you might be feeling a little bit intense, emotions running high. You may even go through days of just crying. I'm just being completely honest, because I know for me, a lot of times when my emotions are running high, I like to just cry and just let it out, because it just feels so much better to release emotions in that way. So if you feel like you just have to cry, just cry. But something, I'm gonna get some more cards, but something definitely is, as far as emotional balance is going to be, I feel like you're going to be getting a sense of emotional balance when it comes to this new moon in Gemini. You may have been experiencing a lot of stuff that just been having you feeling down. Maybe, like I asked before in the beginning of your reading, have you been feeling like, you know, a little chaotic in November? Maybe that is the energy that you are coming from. I'm not saying that this is the energy that you're going to be experiencing, but with this being a full moon, I feel like you may have been experiencing a lot of emotional turbulence and things like that, and maybe it's time for you to you know, kind of think through and figure out how you can move through your emotions without letting them overwhelm you too much, or not allowing certain people to overwhelm your emotions. You know, finding that balance where you know what you feel and you don't allow someone else to come in and make you feel a certain way, or, you know, over control your emotion or overrun your emotions, should I say. Let's get some more cards for y'all. And also, with this being a full moon in Gemini, maybe you're going to be communicating with someone that you probably don't want to talk to, and it's going to be something that makes you like a little bit more emotional, or, you know what I mean, makes emotions come to the forefront that you were avoiding, that you don't want to deal with, emotions that have been buried, and you communicating and talking to family member, a friend, an ex, whatever the case, you're going to be communicating those feelings to them, and emotions are going to be running very, very high when it comes to that. But just some advice, you will get through it. It is going to be hard, especially when you're communicating and expressing yourself if you're not used to it. I feel like for you, this new moon, for viewers who chose group number 1, it is key that if you have something to say this full moon, I feel like it's best that you say it instead of holding off. You know what I mean? Instead of like holding off what you feel, how you feel, and how you want to go about things, I think it's best. I could have swore a card just dropped. I think it's best that you say exactly how you feel, what you feel, and when you feel it, instead of just brushing everything off, because it's not your burden to carry, especially if someone done something to you. You tell them, you can tell them how they made you feel. That way you're not carrying the weight of that burden, the burden of that pain and that hurt on you, because it's not just your burden to carry. It's not just oh my goodness, that's beautiful. So we have full moon in Leo that just popped out, and it says, do not let pride get in your way. So don't allow stubbornness and pride and your ego to get in the way of you expressing how you feel. You're not going to always be this tough person who, you know, just have it all figured out, have it all in control emotionally. It's okay for you to be emotionally vulnerable to people, and I feel like that's something that you're going to be experiencing and dealing with this full moon in Gemini. But a huge thing is to just not let pride get in your way. Don't allow your ego to stand in the way of you communicating things with people, and, you know, ending things that are ending things, and, you know, ending cycles, you know, because if you're clinging on to these emotions, then the cycle is not complete, and maybe this is the ending of the cycle for you in these certain areas of your life, if that makes sense. We had 3 cards popped out. I'm even going to read them. You are very close to achieving your goal. Give its moon. And we also have don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. And we also have take time to breathe out. Just with these 3 cards, I'm gonna put them in conjunction with each other since they came out together. And we do have another deck that I'm going to pull from as well for you guys. So we have the card, you are very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like that is just saying that you are very close to being on the other side of whatever you're feeling. You are very close to being on the opposite side of feeling emotionally drained, manipulated, and things like that. And don't let your past hold you back is a card that is coming through for you guys, because of the fact that you are letting whatever it is that you're experiencing or you have been experiencing, you're letting it hold you back. You're letting it keep you from healing and keep you from, you know, stepping on to the next cycle of your life. You're like constantly just going back to these feelings in the way that you used to feel, or even just holding on to old feelings because it's like feels normal for you. And I feel like you need to just release and let that go with this new moon in Gemini. We also have take time to breathe out. Like, just take some time and just release all of that energy, release all of that pent up anger, emotions, and just let it go. Let it go this full moon in Gemini. Take some time to meditate on how you're feeling. You can look up doing like a releasing ritual or things like that. Just take some time, breathe in and breathe out, and just let it go. And it's not as easy as just me doing that. Of course, I know that, speaking from someone who's been dealing with this type of stuff as well. But just take some time to breathe out. Take some time to, you know, just take some time to, you know, allow yourself to process your feelings instead of leaving them bottled up and pent up, if that makes sense. So we're going to grab a few cards from the I Am Kiera Oracle deck, and we're going to see what is some other energies or some other messages, maybe just some advice. I feel like these should be some advice cards for you, some advice for you this Gemini season, because I feel like your message is a little bit more on the heavier side as far as like emotions. I feel like anything emotionally related is always like a heavier reading, but you know, you'll get through it. It'll definitely, I feel like when you allow yourself to feel through things, it's easier for you to get through it the next time. So if this is your first time processing emotions of what you're dealing with, the next time you have to deal with it, it won't be as hard. But if you don't allow yourself to go through it this time, then maybe we're gonna keep this. It says not yet, so we have the card not yet. Not yet. If you have like a question in mind on whether or not you should do something, let's get another card. We're gonna get another card. But I'm feeling like if you have something like a question about, I'll get it, like reacting a certain way in the heat of the moment. I feel like if you're having like a feeling of reacting a certain way in the heat of the moment, like while you're angry, I feel like that's like not yet. Don't entertain or react until you have yourself, you know, breathe in, breathe out, calm yourself down, and then you can talk clear-headed, level-headed, and things like that. I feel like that is what that message is given. Let's see another card for you lovely group number ones. We have a card that just fell out. Courage. All right, so we have the card Courage. And I'm going to pull back to this card right here. So, because this is kind of reminding me, the card that we pulled earlier from the Moonology was the full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in the way. And then we have the Courage card. So when it comes to that, I feel like with these two cards connected with each other, just have the courage to, you know, say how you feel and express yourself. And I'm not saying do it while you're angry. Like I just said before, this is not something that you should be doing while you're angry. It's not something that you should be doing when you have all your emotions running high, when you're like, you know, when y'all know what I'm talking about, when you're like in the heat of the moment, like when you just got finished arguing with someone, when they just, you know, made you mad, or you just found out some information, some new news. Don't just allow yourself to calm down, okay? Allow yourself to, you know, take a step back. But overall, for the messages for you with this full moon in Gemini on December the 7th, the overall message for you is to just allow yourself to feel how you feel. Allow yourself to process your emotions. Do not keep your emotions pent up and bottled up. Express how you feel, but express how you feel in a healthy way. I feel like this full moon is kind of going to be intense for you guys when it comes to your emotions. So if you are watching this a couple days before the new moon, or you know, and if this is resonating with you, please let me know down in the comments. I hope you have an amazing full moon, even with all the emotions running high. I hope you're able to work through everything that you are going through. But that is what I have for you guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I will catch you for another reading or for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, group 2 or viewers who chose this symbol right here. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are having an amazing day, an amazing week, month, whatever the case. I hope you're doing well. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. So like I said, this is going to be a live shuffle, so I am going to be shuffling on camera today. Let me know down in the comments how you're feeling at the time of this reading. If this reading is resonating with you throughout the reading, after the reading, or come back after the full moon in Gemini. And let me know your take on if this reading resonates, if you got some helpful messages for this reading. But let's go ahead and get into what this full moon in Gemini on December the 2nd, 2022 have for viewers who chose group number 2. We had a card literally fly across my floor. Okay, I'm going to get it in a second. Just want to see if we have any more message for the viewers who are going to be picking group number 2 for this full moon in Gemini. Messages, some messages, and some advice that can help them. Great. Let me get my cards. Or should I say your cards? I'm going to try to keep this video as fluent as possible as far as like cutting things out. I'm going to try to keep everything in. So the first card that we had that flew across the room, we have the new moon in Taurus. We have prosperity lies ahead. And then we also have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. And then we also have new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So we definitely have a lot of earth sign energy in this reading already. So with Taurus and Capricorn moons, so maybe you're a Taurus or maybe you're a Capricorn that picked this group, or you're just a fellow earth sign, or you have like earth sign in your big 3, a lot of earth energy in your birth chart. But with prosperity lies ahead connected to your hard work is paying off. Well, with all 3 of these cards, I feel like you guys are going to be going through a test of if you're going to continue to push through. I feel like with the card, your commitment is being tested. I feel like with your hard work that you've been putting in, you're maybe hitting roadblocks and challenges coming up within this new moon, or you may start to experience some things that make you feel like you want to give up. And I feel like this is a sign that you should not give up on what you're doing. You're, like the card said, your commitment is being tested. And then right after that, you have prosperity lies ahead. So all the hard work that you are putting in, all the hard work that you were doing leading up to this full moon, and even after the full moon, all the hard work that you have been putting in for the past months or even years, your hard work is going to pay off. Like, you don't have to, you know, give up on yourself because you hit a minor roadblock, or you maybe even a major roadblock in your journey. I feel like you should still continue to push through, and even the cards are even saying you should still continue to push through. You literally have like literally a storyline here. You have your hard work is paying off, but your commitment is being tested. And once you get through that, your prosperity is going to be in abundance, is going to be flowing your way. So I feel like as long as you know, stick to the ground, stick to the road, and just continue on the path that you are on, you're going to receive the abundance and blessings that is meant to come your way. So if you are at a place where you are experiencing self-doubt, just some little advice for you is to remember where you started from. If you are doing a project or a task or anything like that, just take a look back at where you were a few months ago or even a couple years ago, and appreciate the journey that you put yourself on and where you are today. And I feel like that'll give you some courage and some motivation and willpower to keep on pushing and thriving, and getting it done. I feel like I just thought about like the earth signs and like how earth signs with grounding and stuff. So maybe it's time for you to ground and get centered and, like, really focus on what is actually going on in the physical, instead of being so keeping everything at an idea standpoint. I feel like a lot of your abundance and stuff is going to start to materialize in the physical world, but you have to stick true to what you're doing, and the things that you see for yourself. Don't allow just little minor things to knock you off your path or make you give up on yourself or the dreams that you see for yourself. So we're going to get a few more cards. I feel like I want to get some more of these moonology cards. A card just flew right out. Let's see. Okay, and you got the card waning moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Like, literally, you have 2 cards that's literally saying that everything that you're experiencing is just minor. literally. Like once you get over this hump, it's going to pick up. Prosperity is going to, you know, lie ahead for you. You're going to start to get abundance, joy, luck, and all those things. Wait, bottom of the deck energy we have for you is hold your vision. Literally hold on to what you see. Like I just said, hold on to your vision of what you see for yourself. Hold on to your dreams, your like goals and things that you want to reach. Hold that vision true to your heart, so that when you feel like you want to give up, or you feel like you don't want to push through, you don't want to get out of bed that day, you don't want to, you know, work out that day, whatever the case is for you, wherever this is relating for you in your life, hold the end goal in mind. Hold how you felt when you started the journey. How did you feel when you first started this journey, or when you first started working out again? You felt like you were gonna get that summer body that you've been wanting, that career job you've been wanting when you first started working, getting that position, that raise, whatever the case. Hold that vision dear to your heart, because that is what's going to get you through. That is what's going to get you to the prosperity, the abundance. But I feel like once you get through, everything is going to pick up for you, and it's going to be like, goodness, I'm glad I listened to myself, you know. So that, and that's like the best feeling, when you tell yourself something and then it literally happens the way you said it. So just listen to yourself. Like I said, hold your dreams, your visions, your goals so dear to you, to the point where you don't want to let them go. And, you know, keep on the path, you know, keep going, keep pushing yourself, and you will definitely appreciate the journey a little bit more once you realize, even with the hiccups, even with the blockages and things like that, you're still learning with those things. This incense is really getting over here, okay? Even with the hiccups, even with the mishaps in your journey, you're going to appreciate those moments as well, because it's teaching you how to keep going and how to keep pushing and things like that. So I feel like the messages that's coming for you, for real, we're going to get some other cards from the I Am Here over deck, but I feel like the messages that are coming for you, for the most part from the Moonology, is just to keep going. Like, don't give up. Like, you're literally on your way to some abundance. Like, and I feel like you're going to be feeling like a sense of giving up during this full moon. And I just feel like, listen to me, listen to yourself, listen to, because I feel like deep down, you know, you don't want to give up. So just listen to yourself, listen to this reading, listen to your intuition, and just keep pushing and thriving, because eventually you're going to get everything that you've been working for. Literally everything that you have been working for, you're going to get it. Oh my goodness. And you have the card doors opening. Like, if this is not confirmation that something big is going to be happening for y'all, like, think of it as like you're finally getting your recognition, you're finally getting, you know, discovered or noticed by people after putting in so much work. Doors are going to be opening for you. People are probably going to be coming to you with opportunities for you. And also, we have faith over fear. So don't be afraid. Always have faith in your dreams. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to have to start over. Just remember that, like I said, holding your dreams and your goals dear to your heart, because they mean so much to you. And keep faith in your dreams. Do not allow, like I said, hiccups in the road, blockages and things like that to make you scared and steer you off path and off track from what your goals are and what you see for yourself. But that is the reading that I have for you viewers who chose group number 2. I hope you did enjoy this reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you have an amazing full moon, and I will catch you in another pick a card reading, or also I will catch you in one of my videos I upload every Wednesday. But thanks so much for watching this reading, and I will catch you in another one. Hello group number 3 of viewers who chose this symbol. I hope you're doing well. This, like I said, is going to be a live shuffle for your reading. So this is going to be some messages, some advice for you this full moon in Gemini happening on December 2nd, 2022. So let's go ahead and get into these messages for you. I hope y'all had an amazing November. I'm not sure when this video is going to be up. It's going to be up before December the 7th, but I'm not sure if it's probably like the last day in November that this video is going to be live, but you're probably either watching it at that time or even a little bit before the new moon or full moon. Where am I getting new moon from? But yeah, so I hope y'all had an amazing November. But what is some messages for group 3 for this full moon in Gemini? What are some messages, some advice that group viewers who chose group number 3 need to hear? Some messages for the viewers who chose group number 3. Oh, we had 2 cards fly out. Let's try to get one more card. Let's see. What card do we want? Let's see. Maybe we'll get a card in a second. We're going to pause on the shuffling and these messages. Have New moon in Virgo. We have a time to give rather than to take. And then we also have super moon, emotions are running high. All right, so this card actually came out in group number 1. So you may have been called to group number 1. If you were, maybe check out that video. Maybe some messages in there for you. But with it's a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo, and then emotions are running high. So I feel like this is like I'm getting two different viewpoints for this. A time to give rather than take. But a time to give rather than take, I feel like some of you are needing to give back to yourself because your emotions are running too high, and you're, giving all of your energy to other people, and let's say like giving your energy to other people to where you don't have anything left for yourself. And on the other spectrum, other side of that, I feel like some of you are needing to pour into other people because someone else's emotions may be running high. Maybe it's time for you to be there for someone else. I'm going to get some more cards, but with this full moon, I feel like emotions are running high in any given situation that you're experiencing. And it's a time for you to, I feel like the biggest message, I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's for the people who are giving more to other people than they are giving back to themselves. But I'm going to get some more cards, just, see if we can get some confirmations for that. But that's just what I'm feeling. I feel like a lot of you are kind of like healers in a way, to where you constantly give, your energy to other people, but you don't really leave anything left for yourself. Like you're constantly pouring into other people's cup, and then you turn around, you don't have anything left for yourself. We also have you're very close to achieving your goal. I don't know when this card came out. I'm pretty sure it was group number 1. So I feel like a lot of you are experiencing the same kind of energy as group number 1. So definitely check that video out. The message that's coming through for me with these two cards is that it is time for you to give back. That makes sense. It's time for you to give back, because you're going to start to receive that times 10. Like, don't be afraid to give back to other people or be there for other people, because you're going to have that there. Like, whatever you are giving out, you're going to get back times 10 is what I'm getting from that card, from those cards. But I feel like overall, like with this new moon, y'all message is kind of confusing. Y'all might be all over the place. Okay. I feel like with this new moon message, I feel like you guys are all over the place emotionally. But I feel like instead of like dumping your emotions all on other people, I feel like it's a time for you to listen to them sometimes, instead of like always constantly, dumping your emotions on other people. And if you are the person that get the emotions dumped on you, then it's a time for you, like I said, to be there for yourself. Like I kind of stated in the beginning, like the two sides to the story kind of thing. I'm gonna get some more cards, because I feel like there's probably more people that chose group number 3. So we have the energy is gaining momentum. Conclusions are within reach. Like I said before, few of these cards came out in group number 1. So definitely check out those messages in group number 1, because those may be messages for you. But we're going to, stick to group number 3, because this is your group. I feel like with this, with all these cards connected with each other, we have emotions are running high, we have the energy is gaining momentum, a time to give rather than take, you're very close to achieving your goals, and conclusions are within reach. I feel like you guys are on your way to receiving something or figuring something out, or like with this new full moon coming up, I feel like you guys are going to be getting more insight on something, kind of like answers finally coming through. Like, and I feel like you may have been waiting on this for a long time, to the point where your emotions are running high, like you're antsy, you're waiting on something, you're waiting on some news, and I feel like you're going to be getting that news, and it's going to be good news. And I feel like just with you are so close to achieving your goals, you're going to get the answer that you're looking for. So if you are in the process of waiting on answers from somebody, or answer results or anything like that, or you're waiting for like a certain opportunity or something like that, I feel like you are going to be experiencing like the emotional turbulence of like, did I get it? Didn't I get it? Is it yes? Is it no? You're going to be feeling that type of energy with this full moon, and it may feel like, a little bit overwhelming, but I also feel like it's going to turn out good in your favor. I feel like you're going to get the answer. I feel like you're going to get the answer that you're looking for, because like even with the energy is gaining momentum, I feel like you're going to get the answer that you're looking for, and you're going to be able to take that answer and do something more with it and get something more from that answer. So maybe it's something that you need, that you're waiting on, and you're going to get that yes, you're going to get that okay to push forward with something or of some sort for you. But also even with the time to give rather than take, I do feel like you still should don't allow these emotions to keep you, you know, nervous to the point where you're just like letting your anxiety get the best of you and you're not giving back to yourself or giving back to others. I feel like a time to give rather than take, that card keeps like I feel like I said before, like the more you give, the more you're going to receive. And I'm not saying just do things to receive things, but the more you give, you know, generously to other people, the more you're going to receive things. You're going to receive abundance. The more you push forward and do actions towards your goals, you're going to receive abundance for those goals, or, you know, you're going to receive recognition for those things that you're doing. We're also going to pull some cards from the I Am Here Oracle deck. I'm not going to lie, y'all reading is throwing me a little bit because I'm trying to piece together these messages, but hopefully they make sense for you. Group number one's reading was not about, it was more emotionally based, like feelings involved, you know, kind of thing. So and maybe once you get over that hurdle and that hump, like I said, not dumping your emotions on other people, check that reading out because there's more information in there. But once you get over that hurdle and that hump of, you know, emotional turbulence and things like that, I feel like it's going to be easier for you to see your goals, and it's going to be easier to reach them, if that makes sense. But anywho, let's get some more cards from the I Am Kiera Oracle deck. It's kind of hard, like it's not hard, but I'm just literally getting the messages from the cards, and 1 and 2 is like a breeze, but 3 is, I feel like it's more energies in this reading, like more people are choosing this group, so that's why I like a bunch of different cards. So if you feel like I'm all over the place and I'm saying one thing and then saying another thing, it's probably because it's different messages for different people. And yeah, it might make sense once I rewatch the video, but who knows? I don't know. All right, we have that card, and then let's try to get one more card for you guys. Let's see, which card do we want? Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Oh, we got 3 cards. Okay. Courage. You guys are definitely connected with group number 1 because they got courage too. And you also have be proud of yourself, and you also have practice gratitude. Okay, so I feel like practice gratitude is definitely connected with the card time to give rather than take. So I feel like it's time for you to give thanks to the things that you actually do have, and like the people that are there for you, the accomplishments, big or small. Like give thanks and practice gratitude for the things that you have, so you can actually get more abundance. Like if you're not grateful for what you have, why would the universe want to bless you with more things? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's starting to make more sense with a time to give rather than take. Just being more grateful and appreciative of the things that you actually do have in your life, and even the smaller things, even if it's not what you actually wanted, still be grateful for those things, because there's people who want what you have and don't have it. So just always be grateful. And even like what have courage, I feel like, let me get these cards back over here. I feel like courage and being proud of yourself is kind of like more connected with each other. Like just being proud of yourself, like I said, for all your big and small accomplishments, and practice gratitude and be grateful for what you have and what you accomplish. I can't remember if I said this for your reading or if I said it for another one, but go back and look at, I think it was group 2, but go back and take a look at where you were a few months ago, even a couple of years ago, and take a look at how much you've grown and what you accomplished, and it will give you more to be grateful for, because you'll see where you were, where you are, and where you plan on going from here. And just be grateful, and you know, give thanks, and you know, be courageous when it comes to tackling new goals and stuff, because you're on the path to, you know, achieving the goals that you have set out for yourself. But once you achieve those goals, it's going to be time to make some new goals, you know. So just you know, always don't be fearful of an ending of a cycle, and like not a bad cycle, but like you're in, like I feel like you're close to achieving something. You're close to like ending a chapter of something of some sort, like when it comes to like a career or like a creative project or just something in your life. You're close to like ending that cycle. And I feel like it's time for you to start thinking about like new goals and new opportunities and, you know, new things coming your way. And don't be fearful of those new things because you're starting new. Just always look at it as you're starting with experience. Be grateful for what the knowledge that you have. Be grateful for what you've learned, what you've been taught, and also be grateful and thankful to learn new things, and be grateful for new people coming your way to teach you those things. Yeah, I think that's the message for you guys. Is I think the overall message is to be grateful and be thankful, and, you know, appreciate the smaller steps in your journey. But that's like the energy that you may be feeling for this new full moon. I keep saying new moon. That is the energy that you should be feeling, that you could be feeling this full moon in Gemini. I hope you did enjoy this reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it made sense. I hope I wasn't too all over the place for you guys. That is what I have for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will catch you in another reading or in another upload. Thanks so much for watching.